What's up everybody, this is Chef Girl delivering another hot video. Today we are going to be talking about the new Apex Legends update that just came out a few days ago. It has had everybody talking. We have previously covered the Legendary Hunt Elite Top 5Q, and today we are going to be talking about the Kings Canyon updates and some of the major bug fixes. Now, to start out, a couple major hot zones, or at least that I like to land in, have had a makeover. In Thunderdome, some of the loot that has just randomly been placed around there has now been moved into bins to make it easier to find. Another one of my favorite places is the pit. The loot in pit has doubled, and they have added more bins in there to split it up evenly amongst the team that lands in there, the squads that land in there. In Repulsor, the loot bins have been added on top of the trapezoid buildings on the west side. In the Shattered Forest, there is an underground pit in the small town, and loot was added there. Some new additions to the pinging system is the jump towers, or balloons as I like to call them. They have added voice over cues when they are called out, essentially leading to the fact that you can now ping them instead of just saying, hey, let's go here. Everybody looks around to where you pinged and not knowing to look up at the top of the balloon. Some of the bug fixes, to name a few, that I think are pretty important, is that they have decreased the delay with items in the death boxes showing up. Now, whenever you get a kill, you go up to loot the box. Sometimes the shield wouldn't show up right away. Now they have moved things around to where it shows up in a decent amount of time instead of waiting around. The minimap direction will now display correctly, while in the ship or skydiving. They have removed the glitch that allowed a squad to have more than one of the same legend. I have seen some pictures before, where there was 3 Mirages on the same team. That's pretty crazy, which I don't know why you would want 3 Mirages on your same team. His abilities aren't that useful, but ever since the new update, they are pretty useful now, because you're almost completely invisible instead of still having that white shade to you. They have removed the bunny hop glitch, especially while healing. The bunny hop is mostly known to be more efficient on PC than it is console. I really haven't seen a lot being a console player myself, but they have removed that. There is an improved feeling and handling while skydiving, so it's a lot smoother of a ride. Thermite grenades can now cause damage to doors, just like arc stars or regular grenades. Caustic barrels can now be triggered or disabled by friendly teammates. That's a pretty big one, because before I have actually tried to help out the caustic and shoot his barrels, and it wasn't doing anything, which I thought it would have been a lot more useful for the same team to be able to activate them for him, but now they have added that in, so it's a lot better. They have added a cooldown time of 0.5 seconds before you can reuse the same zipline you were just on. There is, makes it harder to get away, turn around immediately, and so it just makes for smoother gameplay in general. Pathfinders, this is a big one. Pathfinder's grapple now has a blue crosshair indicator that will appear when the grapple is in range of an object it can connect to. That's a pretty big one. But for Pathfinder players, it also adds in an aim assist, because the indicator is directly in the center of your screen. The colorblind settings were adjusted especially for the digital threat optics and Bloodhound Ultimate. So that's a big one there. They have fixed the Mirage Ultimate, which we mentioned earlier. It cloaks him even more. And they have fixed an issue with players being crushed and killed by opening or closing doors. I have been a victim of this in Market when I was climbing on top of one of the doors from the outside of the building, opening it, thinking it was just going to give me a lift up, and it crushed me. I could not believe it, but it was pretty unfortunate. I didn't know what was going on, but apparently this has been an issue not only for myself but for other players, so they have looked into it and fixed it. They have fixed an XP issue for not receiving any XP after a match, and champ bonus has displayed before of negative XP. They have fixed that. Other minor audio issues, gameplay, and performance issues have also been dealt with. If you want to read more about this, I'll attach a link in the description. But these are the top things that I thought were most important to point out. So that's all I have for you this time. Stay tuned for my next video and enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Thanks.
Control.